Trump virtually never came up in the high-profile media interviews Cuomo did in the past week. In an interview with NY1, Cuomo sought to go after Mamdani's perceived strength on the issue of affordability by panning his solutions as unrealistic. "I agree with him on the problem, and by the way, he didn't figure out the problem," Cuomo said, referencing the quixotic 2010 gubernatorial campaign of Jimmy McMillan, who ran against Cuomo on his slogan, "The rent is too damn high." And later, he responded to a question about why he ignored the warning signs of his campaign by admitting he did not run a good campaign, saying it was uncharacteristic of him to run a very non-aggressive campaign. Considering how he's been tagged as too aggressive, too difficult, too hostile throughout his career because all the geniuses said I was way ahead for the entire campaign, so the campaign played it safe. There was no inspiration to it, there wasn't enough positivity to it. But the campaign itself was just not good. Not good in aggressively communicating the affirmative, or frankly, in debunking the simplicity of his solutions, he said. Three-word solutions are great on social media. Yeah, except in reality, they are all BS. Shedding the anti-Trump messaging for a more policy-oriented one comes not just after a campaign Cuomo himself admitted was lacking, but it also comes as the race opens up to the wider New York City electorate facing a complicated choice between the Democrat Mamdani, two independents, and Cuomo and Mayor Eric Adams, who dropped out of the Democratic primary after the Trump administration dismissed federal corruption charges he had been facing, and Republican nominee Curtis Sliva. Basil Smeagol, a New York Democratic strategist who previously served as the executive director of the state Democratic Party for a portion of Cuomo's governorship and ran Ray McGuire's 2021 mayoral campaign, told NBC News that he understands Cuomo's need to push Donald Trump to the back burner and speak more positively about himself and what he'll do for New York, particularly amid a need to bring out more conservative voters who would come out in a general election. But he warned that Cuomo's decades in politics will make it harder for him to reboot. Are you going to lose more people than you gain by not attacking Trump, by trying to be too cute by half and say, I want people to get to know me better? We know you were governor, we know why you resigned. What is it about Cuomo 2.0 that makes him a better, more relatable candidate? Smeagol said. Sam Raskin, a New York Democratic strategist who worked for Democratic mayoral hopeful Scott Stringer in the primary, told NBC News that while both the text and subtext of Cuomo's launch video show that he recognizes he needs to embark on a different strategy this time, that it remains to be seen whether the campaign addresses the issues with the substance too. Because Mamdani didn't just connect with voters because of his style. Cuomo is adjusting in certain ways, but I have yet to see an overall vision and an overall idea of what exactly Andrew Cuomo is going to do for New Yorkers and what exactly he is going to deliver, he said. Mamdani and his campaign have responded to the reset by accusing Cuomo and his campaign of imitation, needling his comments about housing affordability and arguing that voters won't buy any reset. What we found is that New Yorkers knew those answers 3 weeks ago, they will know those answers in November, Mamdani said during a rally with a labor union shortly after Cuomo's announcement, discussing pension issues. According to video from a New York Daily News reporter reposted on social media by the candidate's campaign, the schedule demands of having to reboot the campaign so quickly after the late June primary could also be an issue for Cuomo, added Raskin, the Democratic strategist. Not a lot of time has passed between election night, when we saw him last, and the new and improved Andrew Cuomo out on the street, he said.